Able to hire South Africans because of these reasons.
Wait, so what you're basically saying is if two shops don't comply, we all suffer.
Yes.
And that's wrong.
That's why we said everything is going on. Because we've been speaking with the management.
Yeah. Don't make noise. Yeah. What people are doing business, they don't want to do business. I don't know what's their problem today. Over a few days now, they've been doing the same thing. I don't know what they want. I don't know what the reason why they are here. I don't know the reason why they are here. I don't know. And they're basically chasing the foreigners who are doing their business. Why are they doing that? I don't know the reason why they're chasing the foreigners that are doing their business, peaceful business. Not that they're doing drugs or anything. People are doing a peaceful business and they're stopping them. I don't know why. What is wrong for the foreigners to be doing business in a foreign land or in South Africa? I don't know. I don't know why. So look at what they are doing for 1 week now. They are doing business here. I don't know what's their problem. So I don't know. Look at people are stranded everywhere. Yeah, a lot of people are stranded. You see? I don't know what's their problem. I don't know what's their problem. So I come outside this morning and I see what is happening. So that's why I say, okay, let me video it and share it on Facebook so that other people can see this. So that the world can see that they are chasing foreigners from the place they are doing their businesses. I don't know what the reason they are chasing foreigners. So where the place they are doing their business here, I don't know why. So the world must see this. You see. So if they have any problem with the foreigner, they must go to a Nigerian embassy to go and report to the Nigerian embassy that they have problem with Nigerians, not these people that are staying here. So, look at what they're doing to people. Those people that we are here suffering. People are here suffering.
I have the pack. Hello, pack. Apa ya? Comrades, look at this company. After seeing our flyer, Uguti Ksasa, we are marching. They just dismissed over 40 of their illegal foreign drivers. These are the drivers that are here to look for work. South Africa is under pressure from these foreign countries. We cannot be the hope for companies outside South Africa when our government is forever preaching, telling us Uguti, the level of unemployment has reached more than 40%, but they are not doing anything. If really we can have such a number of drivers not working, coming to look for work after this employer here have decided to dismiss the foreign national drivers, it means we still have a long way to go in terms of making sure that the economy of this country belongs to all South Africans, not only the foreign nationals who are being used to exploit our.
And no one that's going to continue with any operation there. As long as we are from Zimbabwe or Malawi, wherever, you will stop.
So South Africa has deported 7 Kenyan nationals who were working for the United States inside South Africa. Now, these 7 Kenyan nationals were processing refugee status applications for Afrikaners who are escaping to the United States, running away from genocide that is happening in South Africa.
South Africa has deported 7 Kenyans who were arrested on Tuesday in Johannesburg for allegedly processing visa applications for refugees to the United States.
So South Africa is not playing, and we're not backing down when it comes to this. We will not be bullied by the United States or by Donald Trump. So what happened here was that the United States contracted these 7 Kenyan nationals. They then wanted them to apply for a work visa inside South Africa, and South Africa denied. So what they did is that they applied for a tourist visa. They said that we are going to South Africa to see the wildlife, to eat the beautiful food, and to listen to the music. But as soon as they go to South Africa, they went straight to work. Now, one thing you need to understand about visa, your visa is specific about what you're going to do inside another country. If you're traveling to the United States, for example, on a visit visa, you can't be going there to do work. So the same laws should apply in South Africa. If your application said that you're coming to visit South Africa for tourism reasons, you can then come in and then set up shop and start working and processing these visa applications. So the South African government is saying, no, you can't work. You said you're coming here for sightseeing. You're coming to see Table Mountain. You're coming here to go to the Kruger National Park. Then why is it that now you're now sitting in an office in Johannesburg working? So the South African government deported these people back to Kenya, and they've been banned from entering South Africa for 5 years.
The 7 are accused of taking up work at Visa Processing Center in South Africa without work permit. South Africa Department of Home Affairs says the group, which arrived into the country as tourists, had previously applied for work visas but were denied. The arrest and deportation has, however, been seen as an escalation of the differences between Trump and President Ramaphosa.
Now, this has angered the United States. They are pissed. They are fuming on the mouth. And here's the funny thing. If this thing is very important to them, why do they need to hire other people? Why do they need to hire Kenyans to process these applications? Why can't they process it themselves? Now, just imagine if South Africa was to go to the United States, set up shop there, hire some Mexicans to be working on an operation that the United States government is against. Do you really think that the United States was going to allow that? It wasn't just going to deport them. It was going to arrest them, probably charge them and give them life sentences. So as Africa and as South Africans, we are not going to back down. We will never allow the United States to bully us or to make us change our laws. If you visited the country on a tourist visa, you cannot work. The same law applies everywhere. And as usual, there are people who are supporting Trump, who are supporting the United States against South Africa. And those people are South Africans. But one thing is clear, South Africa is not going back. We can never go back, it won't make sense. So yeah, I just wanted to give you that news that the escalation between South Africa and the United States when it comes to diplomacy is continuing to go up and up and up. Hopefully at some point, cooler heads are going to prevail. That might happen when Trump leaves office, maybe. We don't know. But so far, the United States is trying to put pressure on South Africa, and South Africa is not going to take any of it. So what do you think? Do you think this was fair? Do you think South Africa is right here for chasing out people who came to the country saying that they are tourists but then started to work for another country on an operation inside South Africa? According to me, I think South Africa is justified because the United States will never allow such a thing to happen. No other country would. So why should South Africa allow people who visited on false pretenses and abused their visa? So we're going to see how this story develops, but the escalation keeps going.
This thing that is happening in South Africa is only God in heaven that can, I don't know, maybe send his angels to come down, go to South Africa and touch the hearts of the locals that are doing this particular protest. Right now, happening now in South Africa, foreigners have been chased out of their jobs by by locals. Remember, in some of my videos, South Africans have been complaining that the foreigners are stealing their jobs, they're stealing their women, they're stealing their houses. Now, they had the guts to even have a meeting with some Chinese, some Indians, some Indonesians and the rest, and ask them that they should sack their African foreigners. They should sack them, they should relieve them of their jobs. I mean, this is no longer xenophobia. Nobody should call it xenophobia. People are saying it is now Afrophobia. You just want Africans out of your country because you believe they are stealing your job. Now, even the ones that have their correct papers, legally living in South Africa, you guys have gone to meet their employers. Now they have been relieved of their jobs. And you guys forget that some of them, they depend on this job solely for livelihood. They are rent, they train their children and every other thing. Why would you guys go to this extent to chase out the blacks out of your country? You don't know that when there is no long, it's just you guys, the whites will dominate you guys. Why would you go to the essence of hurting your fellow? We all have melanin skins, and then you go about and telling their employers to relieve them of their jobs. I mean, see, now the world is seeing this as pure hatred. They are not seeing it anymore as leave our country, illegal immigrant, leave our country. Because the people now that you guys are sending out of your country, they are coming out telling the world that they have their documents, that they are legal, that they've been living in South Africa legally, that you guys are the ones that have just been looking for a way to push them out. And now finally you guys have succeeded, now chasing out foreigners out of their jobs because you guys believe that they are taking your job. So what gives you guys the why do you guys think that after these people have been relieved of their jobs, that these employers will employ you South Africans? Have you guys sat down to think about it? It's really a thing that you guys should think about. We should learn to love one another, because this thing that is happening, the white folks are looking at us, are laughing at us everywhere of the world. Africans are being chased out. In Europe, they'll say black people leave our country, and now in Africa, is this happening? The same thing. I don't even know what to say. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you on my next episode.